Hi guys, welcome to second lecture of Python. Today we're gonna check out stuff like variables, and expressions, and conditions, and explain what actually they do. Um, First thing we wanna check, I'm gonna explain what a variable is and what does it do, and then we'll make an example after that. So let's make first example. So here we have I put an array to show you what variable works like when you define it in computer language like Python. So if you want to keep a value on x is a variable, you will say x is equal to 4. So this equals, in this case, we call it assignment. So you're not comparing the left-hand side and the right-hand side like as in mathematics, but what actually we do here is to take the number 4 and we keep it in x in a container. And then the same thing, if we want to keep number 7 into y, we take 7 and assign to y. So that's the basic thing of variables. So it's not equal, it's an assignment. If you see an equal sign in any language of Python, you must know that it's actually assignment, not equal sign. It is an equal sign that we use, but we in this concept we take what is on the right hand side and then we assign it to our left hand side. So we take that 4 and then we assign it to x. We'll show you an example in the next few minutes. So other types of variables we'll show you quickly. I would like to introduce a new concept now, which is addition, multiplication, which are called arithmetic operation. So how does they work in Python? So here, if you want to say a number to the power number, which is exponential number, like 2 to the power 2, you will say 2 star star 2. And then multiplication is represented by the star sign or asterisk. That's the way we call it. And division will be a forward slash. And addition will be a normal plus, and subtraction will be a normal minus. And then a modulus. Modulus is a remainder. It's what when you divide a number with another number, and then you get something that's left. That's a modulus as a remainder. You will see its applications normally worked well when you're doing things like checking if a number is an even number or is an odd number. You will say something like, if this number divided by 2 or modulus of 2 is 0, then the number is an even number, else it's an odd number. So continuing now with variables, you can assign, like I've said before, I said this is an assignment operator. So here we are assigning 4 to A. So we say A, keep the value 4. And then here we are, this is called a integer. So an integer is a number that is a whole number, that's not a real number. So, and then this 2.5, when you assign it to B, we call this type of numbers, which you call them real numbers, we call them floating numbers. So any number that's got a decimal point, floating value, 2.5, 3.6, something not something, it's a floating point. So this float which is a variable as well. We are assigning it to b. And then in this case, we say the number a, that's there, multiplied by the number b, by the float. We will assign this product to c. And then on the last one is one that we have seen already on our first assignment and our first program. Excuse me. When we do the Hello World program. So in this case, instead of like just printing out Hello World, we'll be printing actually hello name. So we'll keep the variable name. So it's nice to actually just not hard code the program and just drop the whole strings. We call this type of data a string. So anything that's in between the columns is like a, it's a string. There's a floating number. That is an integer. So let's see them in action. So we'll start create our from our sandbox. We'll create a program when we actually demonstrate how in Python this works in a Python code, how variable works, and then I'll explain and we'll show in a demo how variable works. I'll create a file. I will call it variables.py. Great. On this one, I'll put a number a, and I'll say a is equal to 4, like we've seen. And then what I will do, I'll use our function that we've seen it before, which is print, and I'll say print a. So if I run Python in our terminal, and then the name of our program, which is variable, it should give us an answer of 4. There you go, 4. So same as our b, which was a floating number, which is 2.5. Gonna print out b. So it's gonna print up a, and then it's gonna print up b at the same time. After that, at the same time. Okay. So here we go. Just clean up on my terminal, and then I run Python. I say variable. So enter. So there we go. It doesn't print up the print up whatever was assigned to the variable, which was a or b in this case. So we have the third one when we say c is equal to a multiplied by b. So what happens here? Before a multiplied by b is assigned to c, it first gets multiplied. So this operation first happens. So it first multiplied before it assigned it. It doesn't just assign a and then after that multiply b. So this first happens, and then it will assign whatever the answer is to c. So let's print out what c was going to look like. Print c. So let's see. So it should show the value of a, b, and c. So here's a is 4, b is 2.5, and c is 10.0. So that's 2.5 multiplied by 4. And then we had our third variable. Let's make the screen smaller. It was too big. I make the circle too big. I made the circle too big. So yeah. So the last one that we've seen on variables is what we call strings. So in this case we call them name, and then we put hello world. So in this case we're not gonna print hello world, we're just gonna print name. Print name. So it should print all these values a, b, and c, and name. So okay. So if I run Python, variables. Here we go, 4, 2.5, 10, and hello to the world. So yeah, that's what it is. That's how variables work. I've named these variables A, B, and C. That can be confusing if you come back in the next month and then you forget what was A again, what was B, what was I trying to do. So the other thing that I would suggest, give your variables like names that will make sense. Python doesn't care what a variable is. It will print out what you give it. You can name a variable in whatever way that you want to name, but I suggest that a variable name must start with a letter. It's better to start a variable with a number. You can say 2A, but that's not good. It's not like that. It's like A2 if it's the second A or something. I start with a name and follow a number if you have to put a number. And you mustn't start with an underscore, and you must keep your variable's name on lower cases. You can put them on upper cases when you showing a constant like pi. If you're calculating something like pi, then instead of saying pi, you say pi and then you number of pi 3.14 da 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 da. So you can, but I suggest that just keep it simple, make them lower cases, but nice name. I'm gonna create now another program to make an example of what nice name you can use that will make sense even if you come to the same program after a year or after 20 years. Or if somebody have to read the program and improve it, that's what always happens in the computer world. You leave a company and then somebody has to update your software, and then it just says A and B's and B's, and then what was this guy thinking? So just keep it simple for everybody. Firstly, you're helping yourself and you're helping everybody else. So let's go and create this one. I'm gonna create it and call it pay. So on pay, I'm gonna call hours a variable, and then I'm gonna say you work 4 hours, and then I'm gonna say your rate of paying, how much you're getting paid per hour. So this case is $2.50, and then I want to know how much you're gonna get paid. So your pay will be your hours multiplied by your rate. Yeah. So what we need to do now is just print out your pay. So clear the screen, run Python pay. Here we go, $10 or 10 rand, 10 euros, 10 whatever the number that will be. So this is with what we just written now. It's a beautiful program. It's accounting software. We can solve this. No, I'm joking, we can solve it. But that's the basic of accounting software. We calculate people's pay, how much hours they work, and things like that. So once you have good skills of Python, you'll be able to create more sophisticated programs that you will sell or other people will use, and it will help people and everything, so on and so forth. So now that we have introduced the variables and we know the type of variables, like this one's an integer, this is a floating number, and this is a string. When you see those two quotes, sometimes we use like single quotes. It doesn't have to be double quotes, it can be single quotes, but just use one and be consistent with it. What's beautiful about writing a program, make sure you're consistent in whatever you do so that you don't get confused. So what's the difference? There isn't much with Python 3. The version of Python we're using Python 3, it's using both. But there are times that it's more beautiful to use a code. double quotes than a single one. For example, if I was say, I'm a happy person, which was I. And then we want to print out that. We want to print out that, and let's run this program. Print variables. Variables. What do they do? They don't practice what I preach. I was supposed to say Python variables. Clear? Python, and you say variables. There you go. Print out everything else, and at the end, print out of a happy person. Now, let's say you are using the single quotes to do I'm a happy person. Let's see if the program is going to be happy about that. Let's see, and then we say print variable. Ooh, it's not hard. It's not happy. It says invalid syntax. It's telling you that I do not understand this. I do not like that. But if you say I am a happy person, and you write that, and you run it, that's happy. But sometimes you really want to say I'm a happy person. So what do you do now? If you want to stick with the single quotes, you'll have to do something called escaping a character, which will be a backslash, saying that belongs here. So computer, don't read that. So let's see if this one is going to work. Yay, it's working. I'm a happy person. So now it's up to you. You're going to be deciding to add extra stuff like the backslash with escaping some characters, or you're going to be happy just to use double quotes, which works well. It's up to you. It's freedom. I can't force you what to do. You can get creative in programming hours and do a good job. So now let's introduce the last concept on what we were talking about. We looked at the variables, we looked at the expressions, we're going to check on the conditions now. So in the condition, I'm gonna, this one I was actually inspired by one of the students in this class, and then they were trying to say hello to somebody instead of saying hello while working creative and putting some stuff. So now this will help them to do actually a much better job and see how to do it better in Python. So I'm gonna call it this hello again. Hello again. If I could spell with Py, create. So on hello again, we know that we already have variables. So I'm just gonna print. No, I'm just gonna give it a variable. I'm gonna give it name, and then I'm gonna use another function. This function is called input. This function input. It's gonna ask the user to type something from the keyboard instead of like telling it what to say in a hard way. I'm sorry, not hard, like a hard code. We like write everything. Sometimes the computers don't just write it. The programs don't write everything. That's fine. They sometimes interact with the user and ask the user, "Hey, what are you doing?" and stuff like that. And like on Facebook, you post and then people see it and I reply on that. And then you have different posts. There is no way that Facebook will be sitting and like writing all the posts, but everything is happening like dynamically. So it's stuff like that you need to know. So this function is called input. This is how you use it. And then inside the input, then there's something called prompt. And prompt, you write your string. So I'm gonna say I am showing you what is your name? Question mark. Backslash m excuse me, a backslash n means after saying that, put a line, put a new line. So I want to say, hi, hi, must be good people, mustn't be rude. Hi, comma, I am Johnny. What is your name? And then this whole name from this input will be inputted to the variable name. So now it's gonna say now print hello, hello, and then it will say the name of a person. So in Python now, when you wanna plug in a name of a variable inside print, we do this funny brace. Do those braces, and then after that we say dot format. You just have to memorize this, just the way it is, and then you put it in name. So let's run our program and see if it didn't mess up. Python, hello again. Hi, I am Jongi. What is your name? Let's give it Charlie. Charlie. Hello, Charlie. So that's how actually it is. Now we can run the program again without changing our code. Hi, I'm Johnny. What is your name? It's gonna say Lucky. Hello, Lucky. So now this is how we get more now into Python. We're getting the input from the user, and then we're doing something about the input from the user, and then we give it an output. That's what programming now is about. You get input, and then you process, and then you get an output. That's basic. That's everything I'll be doing in coding. You're gonna be doing all those three things. Just input, process, output. That's what it is. So now let's introduce the last concept, which is if and else statement, which are actually powerful conditional statements that the programming language has to have. Once you grasp this if and else statement, now we can write a very sophisticated system that you would love. So now let's say we continue on hello again. So let's say if name is equal. Now watch very careful. Is equal is two equal sign. I'm saying equal is two equal sign. The one with one equal sign is assignment. The one with two equal sign means I'm really saying now if this thing is equal, I just like equal. So that's how you say it. If name is equal to Charlie, let's say if the user typed the name Charlie, and then at the end when we write an if statement, we put like a column. So if name is equal to Charlie, we want to say something else, we want to treat them differently. So we say print, hey, name, hey, we plug in the name of the name that he typed, hey, Charlie died long time not seen. Okay, and then else else we want to just print hello stranger. We don't know about that. Hello, we plug in the name, the variable name there, and we say name. Okay, let's try this, and then I'll explain again. Python hello again. So Python is not happy. It say, hey, you can't just say name. It's invalid in syntax on line 8. Okay. So let's fix that. Let's see, what did we do wrong now? What did we do wrong? Okay. The name is called to. If the name is Charlie, print hello Charlie. Else print. Let's see what. Oh yeah, there we go. We didn't plug a name there. That is what you preach. Name. Let's plug a name there. Okay, it happens. So plug a name. Let's double check what's happening here. If it's line 6, doesn't like line 6. This is a name. Let's quickly debug this program. It happens all the time. So we say if a name. Oh, we didn't format. Remember, we format the name up before we do anything. So dot format. So I didn't. Oh, must be forgetting what I'm preaching here. Dot format name. Okay. So let's see how things are, and else we should say that. We shouldn't just say else. Okay, let's see how it goes. Hi, I'm Jungi. What is your name? I'm gonna say I am Exloni Gola. Hello Gola. Hello Gola. It's not nice. Can say hello Gola. Oh, we have this one that we printed from the last one. Let's just clean that one up quickly. So, and then we should say hello, come on, color, come on, hello, or whosoever we call them person and stranger. Okay, cool. I think everything we've done it nicely now. Let's run our program again. Hi, I am Jungi. What is your name? And then it's gonna say hola. Hello, hola, stranger. So let's compile this. Now it's somebody that we know. Run the program again without changing it. Hi, I'm Jungi. What is your name? I'm gonna say I'm Charlie. Hey, Charlie. Long time not seen. So that's what it is. That's how our if and else statement work. Let's recap on what mistake we made. It's good to make mistakes because now you can see what the code looks like when you make a mistake. It say invalid syntax, and it tells you exactly what line this problem happened at, which was cool. And what we've introduced here, we've introduced the input function that takes a prompt, like a print function, but this one, it will take the user's input and will put it in a variable. And then that's how you do. And then we introduce this new line thing. So when you mark a new line inside a string, you say \n. It means new line. It's a short way of coding saying new line. It's a way that Python tells them, hey, I'm in another line. Okay. And then we introduced the if and the else statement. So the if starts like the if in the space. The variable you want to compare, equals. Remember, it's two equals. It's not a single equal. So it means equal to, if it's equal to. But the single equal that we introduced before, we said it's an assignment. It just means you take this and you put them on the side. You assign something to something. And then when you start an inf, and then the inf will be the variable, and then the equal, and then the value that you want it to be equal to, and then you put a, what is this, semicolon. No, it's not a semicolon, it's a colon. And then you put a colon, and then you indent, you put 4 spaces or a tab, and then something that is going to be that if will do if it's successful, else, and also when you put else, you put also a colon, and then also spaces. Yeah, for Python will yell at you if you don't put spaces. Let's make an example. Let's put 3 spaces on this one. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if Python is going to be happy with us. Mana program again. Hello, I'm Njongi. What is your name? I'm gonna say I am Kulukubade. Hello, stranger. Okay. Why Python you like that? I don't like what it says there. Let's try it again. Here we go. Cool. So Python will yell at you if you don't indent properly. It will really yell at you. It will say, it will correctly explain why it's yelling at you. So it will say something like indentation expected on this block. So you have to indent it and make them nice. It forces you to do a beautiful code. So normally you'll see a tab, or this sandbox normally does it for you. But if you're doing it on a different text editor like Notepad, you'll have to make 4 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, or just a tab. So that is it for today. I will follow up with the assignment. Please, guys, just practice this. At first it might seem like it's a difficult thing, but once you get these basics, then you will have a beautiful journey on Python. Cheers and goodbye. See you later. See you later. See you later.